Can you say something?
Testing 1, 2, 3. The board is a piece of shit and the Backfire is the best. So we're unboxing the Backfire G2T here now, and we're going to go through all the different elements that come with the board and components one by one.
You're watching part 1 of a multi-part series about the Backfire G2T electric skateboard. In this series, you'll learn everything you should know about this board and see why it is by far the best electric skateboard in its price range.
So here we have the new Backfire G2T street board. It is 37 inches long and it comes as standard 83mm wheels. It comes also with 96 as part of the package. So let's take the board out of the way for a second and look at the accessories that come with the board.
Here's the charger for recharging the board's battery. Here's the remote for controlling the board. Here's a standard skate tool. This is the mount for the headlight. The mount goes on top of the front truck and the headlight goes on the mount. This micro USB cable is for charging the headlight. This cable is for Backfire's customer support to help you troubleshoot the board in case something's not working. This USB-C cable is for charging the remote. Extra screws for the ESC and battery enclosures, a hex key for those screws, and a hex key for changing the hub motor sleeves.
So moving on, the board itself. This is a beautiful bit of design. As you can see, the enclosures are actually built to follow the contours of the board. Other manufacturers have boards that basically have enclosures that are just standard fit and they obstruct the side of the board and they're not the same shape of the board. These are specifically designed by Backfire, hence the logo and the nice design here. Okay, so that's the unboxing done. We finished up with that. So if you like what you see so far, give it the thumbs up. Any comments or anything you want to run by Backfire directly, we're happy to hear from you. So the next upcoming videos, we're going to be showing you each piece by piece, what comes in the box and what everything does to help you in your skating life.
Because these were not normally.
It shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
See, rehearsal's always good. Oh, what's these tampons and condoms in here? So let's talk a little bit about the stiffness of this deck, because Backfire have designed their deck to be a little bit flexible but not too stiff. So it's a combination of being able to go very fast and to be able to carve in the same deck. So what Backfire have done is they made a maple deck, which basically is a pretty stiff deck. Now, the conception that people have is that a flexi board is better than a stiff board. Now, that's true at slower speeds and for nice small carving, for slalom, stuff like that. But when you get speeds above 35 kph, you want a stiff board.
Go ahead and do a search on YouTube for downhill longboarding. You'll see that nobody is using a bouncy deck. At those kind of speeds, a bouncy deck would be dangerous and difficult to control compared to a stiff deck. A flexi bouncy deck may be comfortable and fun at lower speeds, but we want you to be safe when travelling fast on the G2T.
So what I suggest is basically this board has a combination of the stiffness and the flexibility to combine all riding conditions and all riding situations. You can slalom, you can deep carve, you can also go at high speed without any instability at all. And for me, it's a great ride. So if you've got any comments or questions, leave them down below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Old school skaters call them bushes. You call them bushings, do you?
Okay, if you're sure.
If you want to call it bushings, that's wrong, but it's called bushes. They're skateboard bushes.
I've never heard them called bushes. Okay.
I never heard them called bushings until I saw your stupid videos. So another thing with Backfire is that they've chosen the Caliber 2 trucks, which are renowned worldwide for downhill and speed. Now the other great thing about it is that they're 50-degree trucks, which means they're excellent for carving.
Caliber 2 trucks are strong and have bushing seats designed to increase rebound and responsiveness. Notice the step barrel bushing that comes with the truck. The pivot cup is nice and tight for added stability. The large kingpin hole prevents kingpin bite.
So here we are. Any comments and questions down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you like this channel. So what Backfire have done with their new trucks, the Excalibur, fuck off. So with the Backfire G2T, you not only get 83mm wheels as standard, but part of the package you get 96mm wheels as well. And the 96mm wheels will give you a much smoother ride, very nice for big deep carving. The acceleration will be a little bit more on the 83. So in effect, when you buy this board with the two different wheels, you can actually get two boards in the price of one.
If you like riding aggressively, braking hard, accelerating hard, we recommend that you use the 83mm wheels to bring out the G2T's maximum performance. If, however, you find that the roads in your area are too tough for the smaller wheels, give the 96mm wheels a try. You may feel a reduction in the torque and braking strength, but the ride should be more comfortable and the top speed should be slightly higher. Other hub motorboards let you change the wheel size by only a few millimeters. What's the point? And most don't even let you change the size at all. But the G2T's wheel options are 83mm and 96mm, a whopping 13mm difference. So do take advantage of this and change the wheels according to where and how you will ride.
So if you've got any questions or comments, down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
I'm so clever!
On the Backfire G2T, the rear hubs are far superior to G2S and other boards of similar price.
A problem that some people had on the Backfire G2S was that the polyurethane sleeves on the hub motors would sometimes warp, causing the ride to become uncomfortable. This problem has been completely eliminated on the G2T because of the steel ring that is now inside the sleeve. Why are the polyurethane sleeves replaceable? To save you money. On hub motor boards that don't have replaceable sleeves, once the urethane is worn out, you have to change the entire motor, or at least a big chunk of the motor. But on the G2T, all you have to do is change the sleeve. And finally, take a look at the way the G2T's motors mount onto the rear truck. Unlike the G2S and other hub motorboards, which don't have axles on their rear hangers, the G2T's rear truck does have axles, and the hub motors mount onto those axles, similar to a regular longboard wheel. This design makes the board more stable and decreases the risk of a hub motor wheel falling off.
So if you've got any questions or comments, down below please, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give it a like.
Too late. Too early.
The Backfire G2T's advanced battery technology uses Samsung's 30Q cells, considered the best 18650 cells today.
Those 30Q cells are in a 10S2P arrangement, making it a powerful 6 amp hour, 216 watt hour battery that provides 20% more range than the Backfire G2S. This battery doesn't suffer from voltage sag, which is when a board feels more and more sluggish as the battery becomes more depleted. Instead, the power output remains constant until the battery is almost empty. If you ever need to change the battery, it's easy. Just use the provided hex key to undo the 6 screws holding down the battery enclosure and unplug the battery.
So, any questions or comments, down below please, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
And then you take this out, put this in.
Rip that or?
No,
You ready?
yeah.
It's not coming out, it's not just... The Backfire G2T has fantastic brakes.
If you follow motorsports, you will know that brakes are not only for slowing down. Trail braking into a turn helps you exit the turn at a higher speed, but you can only do this if your braking control is accurate. Most electric skateboards do not have accurate braking. However, the G2T does. The accuracy of the G2T's control lets you feather the brakes to fine-tune your speed in traffic, or brake hard to avoid an accident. No need to change brake settings to low or high or whatever. It just works the way you'd expect.
So if you've got any queries or comments, comment down below. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, do that.
3, 2, 1, break!
Backfire are constantly trying to improve their products. For example, this new remote.
Backfire's new R2 remote is designed to be ergonomic and comfortable to hold for a long time. The control wheel is intuitive and doesn't have dangerous dead zones like so many other boards. The power button serves multiple purposes. It lets you turn the remote on and off, pair the remote with the board, and enable cruise control. The speed mode button toggles between eco and sport mode. The turbo button gives you a temporary boost in speed. Down here is a reverse switch if you ever need to go backwards. This display shows you all kinds of useful information: your current speed mode, battery indicator for the board, battery indicator for the remote, current trip meter, and how far you've travelled on this board since you got it.
So, any comments and queries down below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Whoa!
So many people have asked Backfire why they only have 3 modes. Mainly because, do you use 5 modes? Probably not. 3 modes is enough. You've got economy, you've got sport, and you've got turbo.
Imagine using a board with 4 modes. To go from the 4th mode to the 3rd mode, you need to click on the mode button 3 times. But really, who uses so many modes? On the G2T, there are just 2 modes, Eco and Sport. Eco mode serves multiple purposes. It's a slower mode appropriate for beginners and fast enough for taking a stress-free, leisurely cruise. It's also good for when you need to ride a longer distance. A sport mode will use up the battery more quickly. Sport mode is for going fast, for the adrenaline junkie and for those with a need for speed. Those are the only 2 modes you need, and you only need to click the mode button once to switch to the other mode. No need to click through a bunch of modes that you'll never use. And then of course there's the turbo mode, for when you need that extra boost in power, such as to overtake a scooter, to get up a hill, or simply go even faster than sport mode. Once the turbo mode button is pressed, turbo mode is activated for 30 seconds. Then there is a 30-second cool-off period to protect the battery and help it last longer. Use turbo responsibly.
So, any questions or comments down below please, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Give it a big thumbs up if you're enjoying what you're seeing. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
So to reach Backfire support, you can go through email, phone call or web chat. Up to you.
Unlike most other brands in the same price range, which offer 3 months warranty, Backfire offers a full 6-month warranty for all manufacturing defects. We have warehouses in the US, Germany and China, so if any replacement parts are needed, we can get them to you fast.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this series, guys. I've given you a little bit of information about everything about the board. Any other questions or suggestions, comments down below. And if you like what you're seeing, give it a big thumbs up. Thank you.
Hey, you want a free Backfire board? Go to backfireboards.com/giveaway.